Okay, I will share the screen. Okay, could you see clearly? Could you see clearly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So in a speaking test, I will give you three parts. In part one, part two, and part three. And in part one, I will ask some questions about yourself and some questions about the topic. Okay, let's move to part one. Okay, first of all, I will ask some information about yourself. What's your name?
My name is Trà My. Um, I'm a high school student.
Okay, so
Um,
how old are you?
I'm 15 years old.
Okay, which school do you study at?
Um, I'm 10. I'm 21.
21. Ready? Which school do you study at? Which
I'm a
school?
high school. I'm high school.
Yeah, what is your school's name?
Um, I'm in class 10D1.
Okay. Now we move to the topic for you in part one, international food. Can you find food from many countries, different countries where you live?
Yes. Mm, I I think it's for
I mean that the food from many different countries. Far is from
um
them, right?
yes.
Okay. So
Mm,
other food from different countries?
um because um it has because I think it has a long s- s- long standing tradition.
Okay. So how often do you eat typical food from other countries?
Um in the weekend. Mm, on the on the weekend.
Okay. What food from your country would you recommend to people from other countries?
Um
What food from the country would you recommend to people from other countries?
Um, phở, phở, sticky rice,
Mm.
um, uh, sticky rice, bread.
Right. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Now we move to part two. In part two, you will have another topic, and the topic for you today is a law that was introduced in the country, and that you thought was very good idea. There are some tips for you. You will have 1 minute to prepare for the speech. Okay, let's start. Okay, now it's time for you to describe a law that was introduced in your country and that you thought was very good idea. Let's start.
Um, law is a system of rule. Re Law is a system of rule. Created created and in enforced through social or governmental in, institutions to regulate behavior.
That's it. Hết chưa?
Um, mm, law and law are designed to maintain order, protect individual rights.
Okay. Okay. That's all for part two. And now we move to part three. In part three, we move to discussion topics. And the topic for you to discussion is school rules. Okay, first question for you. What kinds of rules are common in the school?
Um, tra- traffic,
What kinds of rules are common in the school?
Traffic safety.
Okay, the second question. How important is it to have rules in the school? How important is it to have rules in the school?
Um, in in my opinion, student must learn quality education.
Okay, the last question for you. What do you recommend should happen if children break school rules?
Um,
How should your school do if you break school rules?
I'm I will I will guide them. Um, I will guide them school. I will, I will guide them school is the best place.
Okay, thank you so much. That's all for test today. I will give you the result as soon as possible. See you.